Hello, my name is Xochitl, and I'm going to be talking about my dispositions. And I'm going to be honest in saying that I did not know what a disposition was. So, reading about it in the GCU website made me really think about why I became a teacher and what I can do to make it better and continue growing as a teacher. Reading the dispositions and doing the self assessment survey put things into perspective into my current position as a taller teacher and why I enjoy doing what I do. Although I believe I possess all of the dispositions that make me a great teacher, I strongly believe some always have room for improvement because we work with many types and kinds of people in our field, and some ways of thinking will probably not work with the next group. So, as professionals, we have to keep in mind that there is always room to grow. Now, going into the individual dispositions, having been working with the same age group for over 4 years now, I do have high but rather realistic expectations. And I mentioned them to parents at the beginning when their kids start in my classroom. For example, it can be scary to tell some parents that their 18-month-old toddler will start potty training within 6 months. But when it happens and a couple months later they come and back to me and they say, Miss Sochi, you were right. It was possible. We did it in that time frame. And I tell the parents that I'm not setting their kids up for failure. I know what they're capable of, and I know some will need more time than others, but I want them to know I believe in them, and I'm going to do everything I can to help them along the way because that's my job. And that goes in with having respect for the diversity of others. I do take into consideration that the way kids learn will vary from child to child and can also vary from family to family. We often tell parents that one saying, it takes a village to raise a child, when encountering a child that seems to be behind, and we let them know that we have various resources available to them, that we are their village. For example, I was fortunate enough to be surrounded by such educators that helped my mom find resources when I was in elementary school, when I wasn't learning English. But now, as an adult, I can see how that village that I was part of came together to help me and my mom. And that's something I feel that I currently show with the students and families I work with now. In terms of fairness, I do aim to have positive relationships with both the children and their parents. I've encountered situations before when children know they're not a teacher's favorite and they feed off of that negativity. But I've seen in my classroom that no matter how difficult a child can be, being fair to all of them, even that one difficult child, has a better outcome since they feed off of that positivity. And that goes into demonstrating compassion towards all students and families, not favoring one over another, and truly showing both the parents and the students that I genuinely care for them and their well being, both inside and outside of the classroom. Now, regarding professional conduct, I believe it goes hand in hand with honesty and dedication. I believe how one presents themselves shows the kind of work that they do. I work in a rather large school, so we work with numerous families, faculty, and administrators from several locations. And with all of the people I encounter on a daily basis, I like to be taken seriously, and more so now that I have a new position as lead teacher. And to do that, I have to show respect for myself first. When working with toddlers, I try to build positive relationships with parents for them to be comfortable leaving their children in my care. With that, there are fine lines that you don't want to cross, and it goes towards colleagues as well. I've seen that professional conduct has always worked in my favor. I believe it's one of the reasons why I got permanently hired at my current site, and another reason why I got promoted in such a small amount of time of being there. Um, with curiosity, working with toddlers has reopened that. I'm constantly thinking like a toddler or thinking, how will my toddlers react to this when planning my curriculum? The way I engage with my toddlers to start talking demonstrates advocacy as well, when I have them make connections to real life situations and how to problem solve. Now, to end my disposition video, I'll say again that although I believe I currently possess all of the professional disposition of learners, I believe as lifelong learners and educators, we should all strive to continue improving our dispositions and challenging our ways of thinking and how we do things, because learning and teaching never ends. It always continues. I think this is how a professional educator behaves. They don't have a specific look other than to maintain themselves in a professional manner, but they always strive for more, to continue to grow in order to better serve the minds they're teaching. Well, this was my disposition video. I learned more about myself while making it, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thank you.